Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday head and face shave. I think this is shave number 204, but if I've got it wrong, I'll put it up there. I did check just before I set it all up, but I've got a brain like a sieve at the moment, so yeah. So let's just get on with the hardware. Today I'm not using a bowl because I'm using a cream, and I decided I'm just going to face lather and head lather. So today I'm using the Yaqi Mojito 24mm, I believe, yeah, 24mm brush. Beautiful brush this. I usually prefer to use bigger brushes for the dome, but I'm just using the one brush. The razor that I'm using today is a new razor, but I've had this razor in the den before, but I gave it to my son, but I saw it at such a cheap price. I think I paid £10 for it via Gillette on a special offer. It's the King C. So it's the Gillette King C. So after cutting my face up last Wednesday, I decided to go with a mild razor, and I thought, well, this has got to be one of the mildest razors. So, and that has a brand new King C Gillette blade in it. So I haven't used one of those in a while, and I searched to see if I'd got an open box of them, and I haven't. So new pack, new blade. So that's the hardware. But before I go on to the actual shave, I announced the winner of the giveaway straight razor on Wednesday, and as yet, and I apologise, Charlie, if I haven't picked up an email or anything, but I haven't seen any communication from the winner. But I'll look again once I've finished this video. It's Charlie Bradley. That's the winner. So Charlie, you've got until Wednesday to claim your prize of a JJ Shorty straight razor and a strop. Let me know if you don't want it, that's fine. I'll just do another redraw on Wednesday. But if I haven't heard from you, then I will be redrawing on Wednesday. Okay, right now I'm going to get myself ready for the shave, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave. Let's wet the subject down. Yeah, there were a few comments on that video on Wednesday. It was a demonstration of how your technique can let you down sometimes. I just had not a great straight shave on Wednesday. I cut myself. I don't know whether you can still see it, but you can see the cut there. I cut myself on my ear there. And I forget where the other one, oh, there was a little nick on the face here, but that you can't see that. But yeah, I bled like buggery. Oh, it's so hot today. It's going to be the hottest day of the year so far, I think. And it's humid. It's supposed to break tomorrow. It's supposed to be thunderstorms tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see if that happens. So let's get on with it. Pre-shave today is Proraso Green. Just wanted that cooling effect. God, I've got to get some more of this. I'm nearly out of it. There's not much left in there. So I think I'll order some after this. So let's just put some on the face. And some on the dome. Just dropped a lump. Oh, that menthol hit. I'm quite, I struggle with asthma at times, and I'm a little bit out of breath with this weather. It's the humidity that gets me every time, and it's really humid today. So that menthol hit helps me to breathe. So, right, the soap today. I've chosen a bit of a theme today. Nearly all of the stuff, even the Proraso Green, you can get in shops in my town centre, the closest town centre or city centre to me. You can get Proraso Green in the shops. But all of these products you can get in high street shops, so you don't need to go online and find specialist sort of resellers. Today is the Body Shop Maca. This is still the original version. I'm slowly working my way down this. I've got 2 tubs of the version 2 sitting waiting to be used. I think I have used one of them a couple of times just as a comparison, but I've had this one a little while, so I used to use this quite a lot when I first started out. I'm going to put a decent amount in the brush because I've got the head to do. So I'm just using that much. Now it's more than you'd need just for the face, but I'm doing my dome, so I'm putting quite a bit in the brush. Wipe the rest on the face. And let's add some water. Oh yeah. And let's just go for it. This is great stuff. It's got a nice scent. It's probably about a 3 out of 10. Just a nice... It's a difficult scent for me to try and describe. It's Maca. But it's really pleasant. Oh yeah. Looking forward to this shave. I haven't used a mild razor in a long time. And I just felt, you know what, after Wednesday's debacle, it was time. Give my face a bit of a rest. I don't know what happened, you know. I shaved quite a bit with my straight razor while I was away in Cornwall, so it's not like I was out of practice. But I hadn't done a straight shave on camera. I hadn't done a straight shave since probably it was about the 19th or 20th of August. Maybe I just sort of got out of practice, but don't know. Don't know what happened. This definitely needs more hydration. Oh, that's so nice. Cold water. Yeah, it's building into a lather now. It needs a bit more water on it, I think. I apologise if you can hear stuff in the background. It's I don't know whether you can, but my son's talking to his friends on something called, I think it's Discord, is it? I don't know. They usually play drinking games. They certainly, it started during the lockdowns during pandemic, and they all started playing drinking games on online. Obviously, you know, because of lockdown, they couldn't see each other in person, but it's sort of continued. They don't meet up much more now. They just talk online. Occasionally they do, but still needs more hydration. Oh, so nice when you spray that cool water on. That's not Davidoff. But yeah, I mean, Yaqi you have to buy online. But you can get a brush in the shops, but I honestly recommend you buy something like a Yaqi or a Botti brush as a good budget option. They're great value for money and really good quality, so if you want to pay a bit more, get a Botti. I think Yaqi's a bit cheaper. I haven't looked lately. I think this is going to be good enough for me. Oh, that's beautiful. Right. So I've never used, I don't think I've ever used the Gillette King C on the dome. So this is a first. I'm hoping it'll work. But I do know it's a very mild razor. Oh, I'm using it and doing a cold water shave for obvious reasons. That feels great. The freezing cold head of this razor on the dome. Oh. It's like running an ice cube over your head. Ooh. I think I've cut myself. Now that. Yes, I have. I need to check the blade alignment on this. God, I'm not having a good time. Get my glasses. That shouldn't have happened with a mild razor. It looks straight, but I'm just going to undo it a bit. Try and balance it out a bit more. Interesting. Definitely felt that. Look at that. I can actually feel the blade on this, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah, there's a definite misalignment because on the other side when I flip it over I can't feel the blade, so I need to look at that again. It looks pretty good, but I just need to be very careful. This is the one, this is the side I can feel the blade on. So I'm being super careful with this. That feels better though. But it does feel milder on one side than on the other. I wonder if when they made the blades, be interesting. I might get another blade, you know, and try that. See if it's the blade. That's interesting because it really has cut me on the top of the head there. Bit of blood on there. I'm going to swap the blade out and see if it's got something to do with the blade. So this blade is on its third use, and this is a Gillette 7 o'clock Perma Sharp. Just show you. There it is, Gillette 7 o'clock Perma Sharp. So let's see if it's got anything to do with the blade. I've really cut myself. Yeah, now that looks different. We'll see. It could be because it's uneven that I think there's an issue. So I don't know whether it's an issue with the actual manufacturer of the razor or whether it's an issue No, I don't feel any difference now. There's a touch of blade feel on both sides. So it might be an issue with the blade. It feels a lot better, to be honest. We'll see on the dome now. Just gonna get the blood out of that. What? God, not having a good time shaving lately. I haven't cut my dome in a very long time. So that could just be a dodgy blade. Because with this different blade in it, it feels quite different, which you kind of expect, but let's go on with a bit more. And I've got pink lather. Definitely need some more water. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, not good, not good. Right, let's go across the grain. I'm going to have to be very careful on the dome. Yeah, there's next to no blade feel at all now. I think it might have been some kind of blade misalignment, although I couldn't see a blade misalignment at all. Yeah, I apologise, more blood. That's crazy. And there was me thinking I was playing it safe with this razor. I wouldn't say this is a mild razor. This is mild to efficient. So across the grain on this side is straight up. This is really nice shave actually. Apart from the dome. There is a slight difference between each side. This side feels milder, that side feels a bit more aggressive, but there's next to nothing in it. Interesting. Right, let's just wipe some of this blood off before going again. You don't want to see it, I'm sure. In fact, I may just leave the dome as it is to, you know, give that a chance to stop bleeding. So I'm just going to do the third and fourth pass on the face, because I mean, it's not finished by any means, but I may use I tell you what, I'll use the leaf. I'll use the leaf. Let's get the third pass done. I really caught it on that first pass. I felt it straight away and it felt like I took a whole patch of skin off. Let's use the leaf to do the against the grain. Much more comfortable. It'll make it bleed again, that's for sure, but at least I get a BBS on the dome. I know I really didn't expect to have to go to the leaf razor with with the Gillette King C, but there's something odd. It feels more aggressive on one side than on the other. So I don't know whether it's a faulty razor or a faulty blade. Even though with this other blade, with the Gillette 7 o'clock Perma Sharp blade in it, it feels less, it feels like there's less of a difference, but there still is a difference. So whether it's a manufacturing fault, but for 10 quid, it's one of those. Just means that the razor's probably destined to just become part of my disused razor shelf. My son's, the one I had before was fine. Right, I'm going to go back to this now for the face. And against the grain. Let's try. Yeah, you see there is a difference. See that side feels more aggressive. If I go like that, there's definitely more blade feel. So it could be something to do with the manufacturing process. Because the blade actually feels, or looks, when I look at it with my glasses on, there's no difference in exposure. And one thing I didn't check is there a difference in blade gap? Oh yes, there is. That's the problem. Wow, okay. I can see what the problem is. Let's just So if you look at the blade gap on that, tip it up, there's the blade, and there is a blade gap that way, and then when you turn it round the other way, there's a big difference in blade gap. And in fact, when you look at the head, it's skew-if. In fact, the whole head is skew-if. Now that's interesting. Wow. If you look at it, you can see the difference. And the head, I'm holding that, let's hold it straight up. But when you look at it like that, the cap is on skew-if. That's interesting. I'm going to take the blade out. Sorry about this. This is something that I wasn't expecting to happen. You're not going to see it like that. But let's just see, without a blade in it, whether it's the same. Yeah. Definitely, there's no blade in there now. And that is not centered. And the head looks like it's not level. So I'm going to get rid of that. In fact, I think I may send that back to I'm just trying to decide which razor I'm going to use now. I think I'll go with the 316. So I'll go with the 316 and go back to the original Gillette King C blade. But there's definitely a fault with the head on that new razor, and it hasn't been dropped because I took it out of the box. Just before the shave, so it was brand new. So yeah, I'll send that back for a refund, but I've had it a while now, so right, 316. I've never had a faulty razor like that before. So there's the Edwin Jagger 316 now. It looks like it's been, you know, it looks like when it was being manufactured it got dropped or something. But I don't know. I'm lost for words, really. I've never had that before. I was really confused as to why I cut myself on the down with what should be a mild razor, and why there was such a different feel from one side to the other. So yeah, not good. Not good. This feels smoother than the Gillette King C. And on the one side I could hardly feel the blade, and on the other it felt more aggressive than this. So yeah, I'm glad I found out what the problem was. And I thought, that's crazy. Well, that just teaches you, make sure if you buy one of those Gillette King Cs, that you check the head is properly, straight, perpendicular to the handle. Because that is definitely faulty. I mean, I'm holding it straight and I don't know whether you can see the slant on it. The head is tilted down this way and up that way. So I'm holding it straight up, as far as the eye can see anyway. And you can definitely see that the head on that is not straight. Definitely not straight. And when you look at the cap, the gap between that side and the gap on this side is completely different. So, yeah, that is a dud razor, which is a shame. Right, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Well, I haven't turned the light back on. Hang on. Put the background light on. It'll come on in a sec. There we go. I've made a bit of a discovery. Yes, if you look at that, the head on the razor, let me show you. If you look at the head on the razor, it was completely skew-iffed during the shave, but I'd changed something. I'd put one of these little M5 washers on, which I do with all my razors, and taking it off, now the head is straight. That head is perfectly fine. But if you put I'll do it now. If you put the washer on, so I've now put the washer on the head, screw it down, the head's not in alignment, it's not flat, it's not straight. I don't know whether you guys can see that, but that's the gap on the one side and that's the gap on the other. So it's the washer. So there's nothing wrong with the actual razor, it's the washer that I put on it that misaligned the head. So I'll give this a go, another go. I won't send it back, because when you take the washer off, it's perfectly flat. There's no difference in the gap. The head's straight, and that's what's thrown it off. So there you go, I've learned something. Maybe it's not such a good idea to put some of these M5 washers on certain razors, and if you do put them on, make sure the head is aligned when you put it on, because that obviously has made that razor tilt the base plate and the cap, so it wasn't straight. So okay, so I won't be writing to Gillette just yet. I was thinking of a title while I was cleaning up. I was thinking of a title, Dud Gillette King C for the video, but I can't really do that now, because it's actually because I put a plastic washer on that misaligned the head, and the whole head, the top cap and the base was off. So that's something I've learned. I mean, I've not had that problem, or at least I've not noticed that problem with any other razor. I always put the M5 caps on, or I used to always put the M5 caps on to protect the razor, basically, to give it a bit of a, protection from scratches. But I might be taking them all off. So, right, okay, so let's, I'm going to need some alum, definitely for my dome. I don't know how big that is, but if I turn around, you should be able to see it. It felt like I took a whole patch of skin off, but I can't see. I can just about see the edge of it there, but I can't actually see that far around. I haven't got eyes in the back of my head. Right, okay, so let's get some cold water on the dome. and on the face. And where have I put my, there's my alum. It's getting shorter. So let's put this on this patch. Oh, that's stinging. Wow, that is really, really stinging all over there. So that was user error in the end. Bit like Wednesday. But I've always put those washers on my razors to protect them from getting any scratches. And I've never had a problem like that before. So yeah, that's one razor that won't be getting that plastic washer protection. Sting's pretty much gone up there now. This is about a 1 or 2 out of 10, it's nothing. So let's wipe it off. Certainly putting this face towel in the wash after this. It's seen more blood in the last few days. Well, since I used this on Wednesday and it was covered in blood then. And it's been covered in blood this time. Well, not that bad. I mean, it wasn't awful. Right, okay. Let's go on with Boots Cucumber. I think this might sting. Yep, that's stinging where I've cut myself, nowhere else. Let's just hope all this liquid on that cut doesn't start it all off again. Then I'm going to go, I'm dreading this bit, Brut. Yeah, I'm glad I checked that though, because it's worth knowing that if you put a plastic washer on, you may misalign the head. I didn't know that was possible. Right, Gillette King C aftershave balm, face and stubble moisturiser. So I'm just putting that much on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of an interesting shave with a little bit of detective work. So yeah, apologies for the blood yet again, but I certainly wasn't expecting that. Don't know how it looks now, probably bleeding again. But yeah, so I'll be back now on Wednesday. Charlie, I think it's Charlie Bradley off the top of my head. If you watch this video and you haven't seen the giveaway on Wednesday, go back. You can contact me either by email or on Facebook Messenger. I'm more likely to respond more quickly on Facebook Messenger than I will on my email, because I only check that once a week or so, because it gets loads of, you know, scam mails and marketing and all of that, so I don't look at that email a lot, maybe once a week, and clear all the debris. But yeah, contact me on Facebook, that's the best way. Use Facebook Messenger. If you're not on Facebook, then obviously send me an email. But you know, there you go again, once more. Charlie Bradley, you're the winner of Wednesday's giveaway, which was supplied by John June. So, or JJ Shaves, if you want to look him up. If you're interested in buying a straight razor, yeah, look him up, jjshaves. I think it's .com. I'll put the link in the description below. All right, I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.